Yeah, Josh, the drop in the Masters is obviously reflective of what the PGA Tour is seeing. And my question to you is, like, do they also maybe have a Scotty Scheffler problem? I mean, he is not the ratings mover that Tiger Woods was, or maybe even like a Rory McIlroy or Jordan Spieth. I mean, we saw the decline year over year when he won the Players. Now we're seeing it with the Masters. You know, is he a guy that's going to be able to attract casual fans to come in and watch PGA Tour golf?
Well, I should note that that decline for the Players was, he won that tournament last year as well, in more dominating fashion than he did this year. Last year was, I think, a 5-shot win. Anyway, Scotty's an interesting character. He's dominating in golf like really only a handful of players have done in this kind of Tiger era. Spieth had a really hot run in 2015. Rory had a similar run from kind of 2010 to 2014 when he won his last major. Scotty's just a little bit more, he's a little bit different than those two players. He's very grounded, he's very measured. He's not going to do a bunch of crazy shots. Honestly, he plays boring golf.
I'm about to say, another way of saying that is vanilla. He does come off as vanilla.
He can at times. I mean, but yeah, I would say he's just methodical way about picking apart a golf course. He hits it center of every fairway, center of every green, does not get himself in many bad spots. I think it'll be interesting to me to see like Tiger when Tiger was in his dominant years, drew huge ratings. It's because he did it over a stretch of years, right? Scotty started this winning about 2 years, a little more than 2 years ago, but has only really been like dominating fields. And he's won 3 times this year already, finished second in one other event. If he continues this domination for the next 2 or 3 years, then I think you could start seeing some of these numbers go up because fans want to see a dominant player. Golf needs a dominant player. It's been tough over the last 20 years, sans Tiger, because of the way equipment is. It's hard for the best players to separate themselves. So yeah, I think it might take a little bit longer for Scotty to kind of be that needle mover, as people like to say. But you made the remark that you kind of see Scotty as a San Antonio Spurs type player. Those Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan teams were so great in the early 2000s, but I don't know that they were necessarily ratings drivers.
Josh, I have a bonus down for this week, and it's your attempt at a flex with your out of office on Monday. I will be playing Augusta National. Wow. Well, at least talk to us about how you played on the course.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. Everything they do there, is top class. I was lucky enough to win the media lottery. Had a spot in the champions locker room and a locker held by Tom Watson and Claude Harmon. Got to drive down Magnolia Lane. I mean, it was fantastic end to end. My game wasn't in the best shape. With a 2-year-old, I don't play as much as I'd like these days, but my target was to break 90, and I shot 90. So, aside from a pretty rough start, it was a great day out there, and certainly can't thank the folks at Augusta National enough. It was otherworldly. So.
Well, Josh, I'm sure it was an incredible experience, but I do hope you put some aloe in the nectar. It looks like you got a little too much sun. But we're going to continue to watch all of the PGA Tour ratings, see if they can bounce back, really build maybe off of what Scotty Scheffler's doing. We're going to be paying attention to U.S. Open numbers for sure. Josh Carpenter, thanks for taking the time to join the Sports Media Podcast.
Thanks for having me, Austin, as always.